What's up, and welcome to the Invincible podcast, probably the best superhero podcast in the universe. This is a show where friends get to talk all things Invincible, a comic book, an animated series, and tabletop role-playing game, and fighting game, and plushies, and so many other things, all created by Robert Kirkman, Corey Walker, and Ryan Ottley. So much to talk about on this episode. We're finally getting around to talking about all the news that came out of New York Comic Con. We're going to talk about the Season 4 Burger Mart teaser, all of that and more. But before we do that, I'm one of your hosts, Wyatt, and I am joined, as always, by Bill.
Hi, everybody.
Ryan.
Hey, everybody.
And the sweet one, TJ.
Hello, it's TJ, the sweet one.
It's been quite a while. I know that's the cliche that we always say that every time we record, but we've done so much Battle Beast lately that this is the first. I feel like it's been forever since I've heard that intro. You know what I mean?
I was just gonna say, like, I thought you fucked up. I was like, what is? Oh, that's right. We're the Invincible podcast too.
Yeah. But how have you guys been? How was the return back from New York? I know we're going to get into all of the shenanigans you got into while you're at New York, but how have you been since then?
The return back from New York was a little rough because our flight got delayed quite a bit. So we got back like kind of in the middle of the night. But one thing that we'll talk a little more about, I won't go too deep into it because I'm sure we'll talk about it. But we got to the airport super early because it got delayed. So Ryan and I got to play a little Invincible Overpower, which is a game we really got into, and they were giving out starter decks there. So it was perfect. It worked out for us. So yeah.
This is a very busy time of year for my day job. And so like squeezing in New York Comic Con right in the middle of that and all of its craziness. And then as soon as we get back, there's all this Invincible to talk about. And I got sick. So I got a little bit of con crud with weather changing and everything too. So I was just kind of feeling crappy. So we had to delay the podcast. So all this exciting Invincible stuff, Battle Beast issue 6, all this good stuff to talk about. And we're a little delayed on it, but you know, we're here, we're talking about it. We're still excited to talk about it. And you know, we're going to do the thing.
Oh yeah. No amount of con crud or delays could stop us from talking about all of the crazy Invincible news. And yeah, if you're a new listener, we all have read the comics, so we may get into some spoilery conversations here. We try to keep it, relatively spoiler free most times, but especially as we start talking about predictions, just be warned that we have indeed read the comics. A few housekeeping, just podcast related stuff. We've been doing all of our, like we mentioned, we've been doing all the Battle Beast issue breakdowns. Their issue 6 is out now, and our breakdown of that should be coming very soon. Maybe it's already on the channel if you're watching this one already, or it's coming out very soon. So keep an eye out for that. And can't wait to talk about all that stuff with you guys.
If you're listening to this and you're not reading Battle Beast, then you're a fan of Invincible. Trust us.
Yeah.
Catch up on Battle Beast. That's all we're going to say, but you need to go read Battle Beast.
Or take your time, because it's going to be a while before we have a new issue.
Or don't get spoiled and just read it.
Both those things. Everything, read at your own pace, wait, but definitely read it.
Yes, absolutely. We also recently did some videos all about the Invincible tabletop RPG game. We got to interview one of the creators of that game that's been on Kickstarter, and we got to actually play it as well. It was our first time playing like a D&D style tabletop RPG. And I got so mad when I realized we couldn't keep going and that we had to wait once it was over, because I became robot. I still feel like I'm a little bit robot inside, and I want to play that game so much more.
Man, the twist and how much we all kind of like it clicked at different points, and then by the end we're like, we got it, we get it, let's keep going. And then it's like, oh no, you can't.
I don't think I fully understood like how far along the game was and what was available to play. So same thing when he was like, all right, yeah, that's literally all that there is right now to play, and that's public. I still am like itching to play, like sitting here in this environment. I'm like, all right, are we gonna play? But no, we can't.
Like if there weren't so much other Invincible news and things going on, I would probably bug Ryan to just be like, Ryan, you could DM that. Like, I'm sure you could, like, you could run a campaign for us. Like, you could come up with that.
I know. And it is ironic that there's just so much Invincible, but at any point, like, it's crazy to think like we'll probably never have a lull, at least for years now. Like, it gets to the point now where there's so much that we can do and talk about and play. Like, This is it.
Yeah, it really is. Like, I know once the show really hit big in season 1, I think that was probably around the time that a lot of things started getting green light, to actually go into production and things like that. And now it really does feel like between Invincible Versus and all of the different stuff coming out, it's just more than we could possibly cover at a time. I was joking with the guys, we need to hire a whole nother team to help us cover everything that's happening. But before we jump into our main topic of all of the news that came out of New York Comic Con, a few news items that have happened since then. They did announce and reveal a Battle Beast Funko Pop, which is awesome. Always excited to see Invincible Funko Pops pop up. We got the bloody version as well as the clean version, of course.
I will say I am a bit surprised that it wasn't Rex. I know we're in the season and maybe kind of getting out of the season of Rex, but Rex had a Funko Pop style, didn't he?
Yeah.
In the
Funko Fusion game.
Yeah. So, and Eve and Mark and Blue Suit Mark from that game are available as Funko Pops, but not Rex. So when there was the rumblings and the tease that there would be another Invincible Funko Pop, I was like, oh, it's got to be Rex, right? But it's also the season of the Beast, so this makes sense as well.
Yeah, for sure. TJ, you can write a very stern letter to the people at Funko or whoever makes Funko Pops. Exactly.
I'm halfway through it. It is several pages long.
Yeah. But jumping around a little bit on the news that got announced since New York Comic Con, something you should be very happy about, TJ, is the plushies that were announced. Because we got an incredible Rex plushie along with Mark in his blue suit, Eve, Robot, and Battle Beast looking extra grumpy. And these are kind of adorable. They're fantastic.
These are so sweet, especially the Rex and the Robot ones they look awesome. Yeah, I can't wait to get those.
The little smirk on Rex's face is adorable.
Yeah.
He's got the TJ
smirk. He's got the TJ smirk.
If I had to pick one, Rex is definitely the best looking one. It's maybe it's easier that he's got the visor, so you don't have weird eyes. It's much easier, but he just looks perfect. And then Robot's fun looking too, and that'll make a nice little plushie.
Yeah, for sure. They're very, very cool. I think you can get them on Amazon right now, I believe.
I don't know if they're available on Amazon. I think it's just through this makeship company.
You're right. I saw the Amazon logo next to Skybound. That's just because of the show. But
I think that you could. I mean, even now it's just pre-order, and I think that I don't think they come out until end of January. That's when the expected ship date was, January 31st. I imagine that when they actually do come out, it does say Amazon at the bottom there. So I'm guessing you could probably get it on Amazon.
Yeah, because Amazon is different from Prime. Prime Video and Amazon, being owned and everything like that, it is not the same thing.
Yeah, just Prime.
So I agree with TJ. I think there's a chance these come to Amazon because they're a bit pricey right now through Makeship. So I think I'm waiting a bit on mine, but with the cost of them plus shipping was a bit high. So
I just want everyone to think about and remember the days of future past us's would be over the moon excited if these were the only things that we ever got Invincible merch wise.
Yep.
Yeah.
Back in the day. 100%. We would have been like, holy fucking shit. I can't believe that Invincible blew up and we're getting plushies. But we have so much more. But this is still it just every time that something new pops up, I can't believe it.
Can I take a minute? I can't believe we haven't gotten the black and blue hoodie. Right?
Oh my gosh. Exactly. I need it so bad. Like that. I really do.
I want an Invincible hoodie, but I didn't want the yellow one. I wanted to wait for the black and blue. And they didn't do it. Surprised.
Yeah.
Maybe before season 3 or 4.
Yeah, they definitely should. But yeah, to your point, Bill, I feel like we should do at some point like a little mini main topic where if you had to go back in time and show us from, a decade ago, what Invincible thing exists now to try and blow your mind the most, which one would it be? Because the tabletop RPG is kind of one of them. Like that doesn't even make sense that's a real thing. Or there's so many cool things.
I have a challenge for Ryan.
Or maybe you, Wyatt, or adding his idea to the doc.
Yeah, or anyone who's listening to this that wants to go back and find every single time that we talk about how cool this kind of merch would be, video game future stuff, but it's got to be from like past before the show came out.
No one's going to do that.
And let us know what the timestamps are so then we can compile.
Yeah.
Like,
so we do
montage.
have a few episodes that are, because we're approaching our 10th anniversary here. We do have a few episodes that are like year 1, year 2, where our main topic was about what would an Invincible game be like? What would an Invincible show be like? So we do have those topics. In fact, I do want to do an episode in the future where we go back and listen to our thoughts after the Invincible animated series was announced.
Yeah.
And just what did we think it would be? What did we think, and just kind of re-listen to those thoughts. Because at this point,
guys,
it's been
and I'm pretty sure you guys did like a whole episode on like what you would want from an Invincible fighting game. And now 2 of you have played that video game. Like, that's crazy.
That's right.
That we're here and we're talking about Invincible versus. In addition to all that other news since New York Comic Con, they of course announced Cecil at New York Comic Con, which we'll dive into more. But they released a like deep dive video from all of the devs working on it, kind of showing his moveset, showing how he plays, and all of that. And it's just so awesome. I'm very excited to play as Cecil. One of my favorite little details that I saw somebody point out on Twitter as well is that like as Cecil's getting battle damaged and the suit's getting torn up, you can see that he has like hearts on his boxers underneath his pants, like that he's wearing the boxers with the little hearts on it, which was very funny that they would just add a little detail like that. So cool. So much news. But before we jump into all the news that came out of New York Comic Con as our main topic, we do have a few emails to read from some of you, because you can email us at theinvinciblepodcast@gmail.com and follow us on all of our socials, of course, message us there. But we've got a few emails from some listeners, and I believe, Ryan, you've got the first one.
Yes, this one, no name, but it comes from, this is from No Context Invincible over online. So No Context Invincible says, as far as the Burger Mart trailer, you have to admit, you have to love these types of trailers. They're just more than casual yet, they're more than just casual yet so interactive. From showing us what will happen without spoiling, and also reminding us of what happened in the previous season, to breaking the fourth wall and referencing and reaching out to their live audience on the internet. Truly an amazing way to tease their series. I love this team. Yes, very excited to talk more about that. But man, the Burger Mart teasers they're just so great.
Yeah. This we'll do a full deep dive in our main topic, but this might be the best one, I would say.
I agree.
Yeah.
Bill?
Yep.
Ryan and TJ, please explain how it felt to be in the room where it happened when Lee Pace's voice came over the speakers and the Thrag casting was officially announced. Love, Mike Barrett.
I think it was... So as it goes, like if you've ever seen an Invincible panel or a Skybound panel that Kirkman is there, he's just so good at it that he just like kind of controls the flow of it. Wherever he wants to go, he's going to go in that direction. And I really liked his intro where he's like, do you guys want some news? And he's like, let's hear it. Let's hear it. And he gets people going. He's like, all right, now I need to hear a pin drop. Like everyone quiet. And he gets real low to the stage. He's like, everybody quiet. And then it's just perfectly quiet for a couple seconds, and the sound of the room, like whoever the sound guy was great, because it was like booming and you heard it real loud, and it was just and it's you just hear the voice. He does his whole spiel, and then seeing him come out, it hit hard. It was awesome.
Speaking of, not to jump into that moment, I know we're still just responding to the emails, but speaking of the speech that he gives, I didn't really think about it that much when he's giving the speech, but then I realized when I saw, I think it was a post either on Twitter or on the Invincible subreddit, that's from his, like, it's from the comics. It's from spoilers for a thing that happens later, but a fight with Battle Beast later on when he's like introducing himself, essentially. Like it's all word for word from that. And I saw someone had uploaded just the audio of that with the like panels and like slightly animated. It was like, oh my gosh, I got chills. Like it was so cool.
It's one of those perfect castings where it's like, oh, of course, yes, without a doubt. Like if you've never watched Foundation, just Google a clip of Foundation. It's like he is Thrag. It's incredible.
Yeah. Foundation is great. He's incredible.
He didn't even know that he was playing Thrag in the Foundation.
Right.
Yeah. He was doing prep work for Invincible just by doing that, you know, $1 billion Amazon show or Apple TV show.
That plus like Ronan. Like
Ronan,
Ronan is a little like aggressive at sometimes, but when he's kind of his more stoic, that's like also perfect Thrag. It is a great, but it is as good a casting choice as
J.K.
Simmons.
Are we like
as perfect?
Yeah.
Are we like digging into this now?
We can talk a little bit more about it later. We'll put a pin in that.
Yeah.
Oh,
because I have more to say on the subject.
I think if that was the end of your email, Bill, I believe TJ has the last one.
Oh, okay. I have one from a sham of a Sam Sham. Season 4, let's go. What an amazing teaser. I love that Robert Kirkman confirmed that they will keep doing the Burger Mart teasers. I think it would be fun if Nolan was in the season 5 teaser. The first real image they showed of Thrag with his fur coat looks perfect. My phone's screwing up. Also appears to be the Conquest kneeling scene. Lee Pace was the perfect casting choice. Lee Pace was the perfect casting choice. I've been watching so many Ronan clips of Guardians, and his voice is equal parts menacing and royalty. Can't wait to hear him say, "He has me." What a time to be an Invincible fan. What a time to be an Invincible fan from Sam Sham.
That's I think the bringing up that line specifically and like how excited we are to hear him say certain lines. It does like I think the reason this is such a big casting announcement is like, you know, everyone was speculating about Conquest, and from what we know about the comics, again, spoilers, we've read the comics. You know, we know how much of Conquest we're going to get. We're going to get a lot of Thrag from here on out.
Is this the last big casting?
That's what I mean, is that this has to be one of the most major, like, recurring characters that we're going to get on this show. And for them to nail it this well, just like, it just feels like we're in such good hands for the future of the show.
Yep.
All right. Thank you so much for emailing again. You can always email us at theinvinciblepodcast@gmail.com for future episodes of your thoughts of you know, what's coming up. But to jump into our main topic now, Bill and I stayed home, but Ryan and TJ got to go to New York Comic Con and see all of the awesome Invincible news. And we can start out in the realm of Invincible verses, since that was the stuff that kind of started dropping first. Of course, the new fighter added is now Cecil in the game, which was quite a surprise, at least for me. Like, I know when we did our prediction on the roster, I can't remember if we put Cecil on the list, but he was definitely not high on the list. Like, I was not expecting that to be a for sure he's going to be in the game playable. Like, I think we all thought he'd be in as an announcer or as a side character in some way, but
I think we talked about him being off to the side, like controlling Reanimin or sending Reanimin in.
Really?
Did we talk about that at all?
Probably.
I feel like we did, or maybe I thought about it. But being an actual playable character,
yeah, we did a list of like 16, and it'd be easy to go back and look. I could probably do that while we're talking, but like, I don't think he was on that list.
Yeah,
even if we referenced him, I don't think he.
Yeah, he definitely, especially once we started making cuts of like who's for sure, who we think will be there. I could see that he's probably one that we definitely weren't 100% sure on. So I'm so excited. I mean, I don't play a ton of fighting games, but I loved when we were playing Mortal Kombat 1 a bunch, getting ready for Omni-Man. Is it Smoke who can like teleport behind you? Yes. I loved that character. I spammed that way too much and was real annoying as that character. So I can't wait to get great with Cecil and his teleporting and bouncing around and all that stuff. He looks so fun.
TJ and I are going to talk about the Invincible versus event that we went to, but just a spoiler, like, Cecil might be our favorite character.
Yes, so cool.
Really?
Dude, I can't wait. We're gonna get into like gameplay and all that kind of stuff. Let's ease into it.
We'll start at the top.
Are we ever gonna talk about the things that we want to talk about, or are we always gonna say we'll talk about that later?
We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
We're gonna get there. Let's fucking talk about it now. Tell us.
So this was at this event was set up by the Invincible versus team. It was at a like kind of like a it was like a gaming bar type thing, bar front that had a bunch of computers in the back and everything in rows. And I'll show you some photos. So if you're listening to this, check out the YouTube video. We'll have plenty of photos to come in this one. So we get in there, and this was a wall. First of all, like the entire wall was this art. Tables, you could see the Invincible one, the Battle Beast one there. All the tables had it. The floor had the Invincible versus logo and everything.
We talked about merch and like the plushies and how crazy like we would freak out if we had this like 10 years ago. This was insane. There was no piece of anything that wasn't like wall to wall Invincible.
It was just
it was
TJ and I like stood right here and looked at these like huge banners and we're like, what are they doing afterwards with this? Like,
they're gonna throw these out.
Can we just have one of these? Like,
TJ's walking up to the Rex one, being like, "How much for this, though? Like, I got $50 in my pocket right now."
Can you go back to the previous picture? What is that?
That's a table.
This is it's hard to tell the bad angle. Look at the Battle Beast one behind it.
Yeah.
So it's a bar top table, like just a cocktail table.
And you guys don't think you could have like easily walked out?
Probably. I mean, it would have been a little awkward. The door was right there. So
I mean, you could have acted like it was by invite only. So you could have oh, we have to service this like the Grinch with the Christmas tree and Cindy Lou.
This is why you didn't go. They knew you would try this, so they left you.
That's
home.
fair. That's
so
fair.
to the right here. There's the huge screen. So this is the left and right. So the right side had Battle Beast and more screens, and so there's just like constantly the trailers playing on that huge TV. You could see behind the banners there. There was also a huge wall of just actual art, like somebody like almost graffiti style just did the whole wall. It might have another photo of that. Custom cocktails. We got Drink Mark Drink. We've got Just Fucking Die. We've got I Need You Sea Salt Rim and Blood on My Hands or Blood on Hands.
Blood on Hands was very good.
So we're making these for whenever we do our first like live stream of this game where we're playing it.
That's pretty good.
We all need to have at least one of them.
Just Fucking Die, like vodka, gin, rum, tequila. It sounds like they're like, hey guys, you're gonna
it's a Long Island
the shelf, dumped it into a glass. Yes,
which is why it's called Just Fucking Die. This was also sponsored by Voodoo Ranger, the beer company. So there's a handful because they are actually doing a collaboration. So there will be an Invincible beer on shelves in 2026.
What?
That's the thing that I take back in time and show previous us.
No, I didn't take that. But there's more. That's what the can is supposed to look like.
Oh my gosh.
Why didn't you take that or that thing?
They were in like glass boxes.
So many
wait. Hold on. Bill, you're like, why didn't you take that or that thing? Do you know what that thing is? We're looking at
what this thing with all the buttons on it? What is that?
Yeah, do you know what that is?
Is that a fight stick?
Because we didn't know. Of course you know, Wyatt. Of course you know.
What I guessed
when this first got announced, I was like, I want the like collector's edition of the game to come with like a cool fight stick, and I will play it just that way.
There are different kinds of fight sticks. I don't know what kind this one is. It's like this big, Wyatt. It's very small. I don't know what kind of fight stick that is, but yes, it is some sort of fight stick.
Cool.
So yeah, that's the beer. They did have samples of the beer, even though it's not coming out till 2026. It was really good. It was like an IPA. It was what did I say it tasted like, TJ? It was almost like it had a little bit of
earwax. So it tastes like earwax.
No, it was kind of bubblegummy, I think it was. It was
an IPA that tastes like really?
It was pretty good. Yeah.
It was like bubblegum flavor. It was good.
Yeah,
bubblegum flavor earwax.
Here's more of that original art, like canvas that was on the wall.
It's close up, but it's gigantic.
Yeah, that's a person's head next to it. It's huge. And then here's the row of all the computers, and it's double-sided, so you're only seeing half of it.
Yep.
And they had both controller and fight sticks and everything like that. We played on controller. There's TJ and I.
Okay. Before we even start, who won the first match?
I'm pretty sure I did.
let me hold on a minute, if I may. So we start out and we're going like crazy at each other, right? And then we were like, you know what? Let's back off. Let's try to figure out the moves, right?
Yeah.
So we're both trying to figure out the moves. We're trying to figure out the moves. And as we're doing that, our health is getting a little lower and lower. And then we get to the bottom, and Ryan just fucking attacks.
I don't remember that. That's not how I remember it.
Sucker punched me.
We definitely let each other hit each other a few times to learn the moves.
All of a sudden, he's pulling off like quadruple combos.
Who was the starting squad? Because you picked 3, right? So who was
Yeah.
both of your squads that you kind of started
My
out
starting
with?
was Battle Beast, Thula, and Cecil.
Mine was Rex, Invincible. Who was my third one? Rex, Invincible, and
Omni-Man, maybe?
It might have been Omni-Man.
Or was it Cecil also? Maybe it was Cecil also.
Might have been.
I'm going to go ahead and say if I get a chance to finish the video, I do actually have a video of us playing off screen. It's only a few seconds long. It's not terribly long, but I don't have it finished and available right here. So if I do finish it, the video viewers will be able to see it right now. I'll insert it. I'm on the right. Choose your fighter.
Nice.
That's not fair. I still haven't seen that.
What's up?
But by the way, you have not. Wyatt and I do not know anything about this because we intentionally didn't talk about any of this shit.
So our friend Matt, who's a friend of all of ours, I came back from New York and we were talking about everything that happened, and he asked me, he's like, "I know you do the podcast, you got to talk about the game, but honestly, was the game actually good?" It's so much fun. Like Wyatt, like nothing against Mortal Kombat, but when you brought up Mortal Kombat, I was like, oh, that game's kind of bland compared to this. Like this game is so much fun. It is so much fun. Like Ryan and I were cracking up because of how fast it is. And like there was a point where like Ryan was playing as Cecil, and he was just like, he like shot me and hit me back, and then I hit him again, and then shot me like a different angle and killed me. So my next player like jumped in.
Stop, TJ. TJ, stop. Your internet slowed down. So you're like, first Ryan was like, and then I was like, and then
it seemed like Ryan was actually beating your internet.
It sounded awesome. You don't have to.
It was perfect.
What happened? It was great.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
But it's so
teleporting
fast
around.
Like, it's so fast that like really funny things just kept happening.
One of my least favorite things about fighting games, of which there are many, because I do not like fighting games, is that it's like walking towards each other takes like 4 hours.
It's too quick,
and it's
so fast, Bill.
It's so quick.
It feels more like Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Yeah,
or a little bit of Smash Bros. But Smash Bros. Didn't have like it's calling in your teammates. You're doing that a lot. Once you know how to do it and everything, you're blocking, sending them in. Towards the end, because TJ and I played it a handful of times, towards the end, we learned how to do the knockback. So I was like, oh, TJ, do this, and you can send me off the screen and force replace. So if like TJ's doing real good with Rex, I could just be like, knock him out and send in one of his others. It was hilarious. Like TJ said, we were just having a ball. It felt more like a party game than like Mortal Kombat, where it's like, I don't know the moves. Let's pause it. Let's look at the moves. It just felt like just beating up on each other. And there's so much going on, like from the dialogue to the destruction, the outfits ripping, the different moves. All of a sudden you do something different because they have so many each one, that something is constantly happening and you're constantly just enjoying what you're seeing. It was the different combinations of teams. I really did like Thula. I knew I was looking forward to playing as her just because of that range type thing with her hair whip. But yeah, like we've talked about, Cecil is just so fun with the amount of guns and everything he has to keep you at range and teleporting around, sending in the reanimin. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Battle Beast is really slow, but that's what you expect.
Powerful. Yeah.
But
so don't let them get a hold of you. So
how was the voice acting?
Very good. I liked
it was loud in there. I wish I could have heard more.
I mean, I like literally when they were dropping in, I was like going like this, so I was able to hear a little bit. Nolan had some really good lines. That's J.K. Simmons, so I mean, like, but there were a lot of really good one-liners. I again, I don't think we know who voices who and who directly from the show is voicing their own character, or if it's just J.K. Simmons voicing Omni-Man. But from what I heard, it matched pretty well. But the one-liners, like as they come in, how they talk to each other was so good. It felt like Mortal Kombat when we were playing that.
The one that really got me, and I don't even remember what it was, so I can't even tell you necessarily, but like Cecil giving Rex shit, because they are the first ones that drop in. Like I drop in as Cecil, TJ drops in as Rex, and Rex is, saying some shit, and Cecil's giving it's just so good. Like they nailed that.
That's gonna be the first hour of gameplay with that game, is just me being like, well, what would these two characters say when they both, you know what I mean? And going through all of those lines of dialogue. Oh, I can't wait.
You guys are gonna have a blast. I really
with all of the news about this game, in New York and getting hyped for it again. I re-downloaded Dragon Ball FighterZ, which is a 3v3 style like Dragon Ball Z game that I think is going to be most comparable to this one in terms of like what you guys are saying, how fast it is, just the kind of dynamic movement of it all. So excited. And we have a play test that will be coming later, or an alpha, right? That will be coming later this year. So you can sign up. That was one of the things they announced, that you can sign up for the closed alpha that will be happening some point later this year.
It sounded soon. I don't know if I'm remembering this wrong, but did it say end of the month, or like?
Yeah,
I know for sure they at least just said later this year, and we're almost done with October at this point. So it's got to be soon.
Kirkman did an interview at New York Comic-Con with CBR, and one thing I wrote it down because I felt like this was relevant. They asked, like, are there any parts of the game where you felt like you need to dial it back, or you and the team have felt like you need to dial it back because it's just too much? And he said, I don't think Invincible is really a place where we dial back. We like to dial up.
Yeah.
There's a story mode in the game that's very cool, and it has all those dramatic beats and emotional moments that even out of the violence and the violence. Geez, I can't talk. Emotional moments that even out the violence and make the violence worthwhile, just like we do in the show. So it's interesting that thinking about the story mode, we may be getting some emotion. Well, it sounds like we are getting those emotional pieces too.
Yeah, and I'm glad that you brought up the story mode, because one of the things that I feel like has been the sleeper headline from this whole event that I latched onto when they were giving the panel all about Invincible versus on like the Thursday of New York Comic Con, I want to say. And they brought up that in the story mode that there is going to be an original character to the game that is playable as a playable character in the game, that is not from the show and not from the comic, that is created for the game, which is very interesting. Like, that's fascinating to me.
I have a theory. It's going to be the final boss. Whatever it is, it's going to be the threat of the story. I think it's going to be their own final boss. It's going to be the hand.
Okay, so it's not
hand from Smash Brothers. You know?
Okay.
I'm thinking my stance on it is more on the side of, and I know this isn't a great example, of the newest Mortal Kombat movie, where instead of it being the final boss, it is the player character. Like it is the new kid on the block. On the block, it's going to be the small guy that you can then use to defeat the big boss.
And
for it to be the boss, it would have to be someone bigger, more powerful than anyone that's in the Invincible universe that they're including in the game, which is like, I don't know. We'll see. But I can see it either way.
My first thought was that it's maybe because we know, at least to a degree, that this is somewhat of an alternate timeline, right? We see Nolan in his Viltrumite gear. We obviously see some things that are not. Yeah, we see some things that are not in line with like the canon of the show necessarily. So my first thought was like, is this going to be like an Angstrom variant somehow? And this is like, whoever this original character is what causes them to kind of veer off of the timeline in some way. But yeah, I'm so fascinated by it. I think that I feel like it shows a lot of confidence on the team's part that they like are not just making sure that they're living up all of these, living up to what we all expect from all these characters that we care about so much, but that they feel confident enough to also add to the sort of, canon of Invincible and like what's out there. I'm excited to see how they approach that. And
this is a new original Invincible character that has gotten the approval and been worked on with the creative team, with Robert Kirkman, Ryan Ottley, Corey Walker. Like these are the guys that are approving this, and it's got their seal of approval. So like, come on, we can't ask for anything more than that.
I think Kirkman said that he actually co-wrote it with
Mike Rogers.
Yeah. So I'm super excited about just the story mode in general, but to know that they're going to be doing some, really cool, unique stuff with it as well. Did we cover everything for Invincible Versus before we move on to the main Invincible panel? I guess I have
the cool.
Oh no, I got some stuff to show off, but first, do you want to touch on the last two photos here?
So that is Demeech. If you have a TikTok, you've probably seen him. He does the cool videos where he's like behind the counter pretending to be a DJ, and it's like when you're at a wedding and the bride and groom love X-Men, and it's playing like a Bruno Mars song that slowly turns into like and it like fuses together. He's just huge. Awesome. He does a lot of really cool videos that I followed him for a long time. So it was cool meeting him. He DJ'd it. So Rexplode walks in. And
so from my point of view, Rexplode walks in. TJ freaks out and he's like, "Oh my God, can you hold my pizza? Can you hold my pizza? I need to get a photo of Rexplode." So I take TJ's pizza and my phone out, and I'm like, I get a photo of like 10 photos of TJ with Rexplode. I'm just now realizing he's flicking you off, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And then like, it was great. It looks great. Awesome costume. I love his boomstick. TJ walks over to me afterwards and he's like, "That's so cool. It looks so great." And man, I feel like, I don't know, he kind of looks like the guy from Holes. I'm like, what? And then TJ goes on to go ahead.
We end up talking with a friend of ours from Skybound, and she's I was like, "Oh, that Rexplode is awesome," and she's like, "Oh yeah, Kalia Thomas." Like, I was like, "From Holes, right?" And she's like, "Yeah." I was like, "Oh yeah, he played Zero in the movie Holes with Shia LaBeouf." Oh, dude, and I loved that movie growing up too. So it was so cool that like he was there, and the costume was flawless. Like, I mean, look at that.
That looks great.
And apparently he's a big Invincible fan and huge into fighting games and everything like that. So he's been a big supporter of Invincible Versus. And so it was great to see him and meet him.
Incredible.
Yep.
That was probably, I know you guys kept a lot of this close to the vest because we were saving it for the podcast. But when that hit our text thread, it was just chaos for a second. We're like, what do you mean?
Yeah. We were like pulling up pictures of like Holes and putting them side by side, and 100%. Yeah, it was
a couple of the random things they had there as well. Before you played the game, they gave you a little Invincible Versus little mini booklet here that has all the controls and all the buttons And we got one for each of you.
Yay! That's like what you would get
thanks.
inside of the, back when they actually made games on discs.
Exactly,
you know
right?
what I mean? And you would get a little booklet with it.
Some Band-Aids.
Band-Aids?
Cool.
Band-Aids?
See, there's so many things for that topic that we could take back.
I know,
time,
dude.
You know what I mean?
Fucking Band-Aids?
Little tote bag.
A tote bag. Which again, we got one for at least most of this for each of you. Wyatt, I would have sent it, but I'll see you in a week or so.
Yeah.
And
Band-Aids.
then they showed these off at Evo, but they also had these. So if you played the game, you get one of these, which is a single pack with one card in it of one of the fighters. One of them could be Cecil as well now. So I haven't opened mine.
Open it right now.
TJ hasn't opened his, and Bill hasn't opened his.
Yeah, I gotta go grab it.
This is so exciting.
Go get it.
Wyatt, you have one. I'm sorry, but you're gonna open yours next week.
I love it. I love it.
So we're gonna open it right now.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab mine.
Okay,
I have
go.
predictions.
God, that's so cool. And like,
yeah,
it's just so cool that they did so much for this event too. Like,
it was open to the public. Like this was open for like for people to just come in and play. Like that's so cool.
And like, it really does give me a lot of confidence that they have a lot of faith in this game and that they want to make it a big deal. Not to downplay like the Adam Eve game that we got before, things like that, but to see such a big push behind this makes it feel like, oh, this is a significant thing that they're putting out there.
Yep. Okay, I'm opening mine up.
I have predictions before you. I think Bill is gonna have Invincible. I think Ryan is gonna have Rexplode. And I'm gonna be mad about it. I think I'm gonna have Bulletproof, and Wyatt is gonna have Adam.
Okay. I haven't flipped it over yet, and I've got Cecil.
Nice.
Oh, very.
Oh wait,
cool.
I picked Cecil. Did I pick you for Cecil? I picked you for Rexplode.
Very happy about this. He was kind of the
Cecil's a good
standout of the entire night, so that is pretty cool. So I got.
TJ, you want to go first, or do you want to go last?
I can go next, I guess.
Okay, and TJ got
another
Cecil.
Hey.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Now, what if they're all Cecil?
Oops, all Cecils.
which would make sense that they held back.
What is that? Cereal?
I got it. It's oops, all berries.
Yeah.
It is a cereal. Okay.
Yeah, the crunch berries. Yeah.
Okay.
You definitely got a Cecil. All right, show it, Bill. Show it.
Yes!
What?
Oops, all Cecil. Ryan, do you have the one that you're saving for me? Because you can open it now. Like we can see what it is.
Yeah, just open. It would be amazing.
I don't need to open it. We're doing the opening right now. Yeah. We don't want to keep people in suspense on if we got 4 Cecils.
I hope it's anybody but
Cecil. Little name tag.
We can save it if you want. I don't mind saving it if you want. I just said if you have it, we could just rip the backs, you know?
Because what if it isn't Cecil? Is that
anyone but Cecil would be incredible.
Yeah, right. That would be very cool. But man, yeah, so exciting. I can't wait for the closed alpha coming probably very soon. So that we can get a chance to play it as well. I'm sure we will be organizing a stream, or at the very least, just recording some videos of us playing it as well. So very, very excited for that.
All right.
Any other? Oh, you got it?
Yep. It's all right.
Okay. Let's see.
Had it in there with your Invincible promo card from Overpower.
Ooh.
All right. And I'm not going to look at it. I'm just going to hold it up. And it is
Cecil!
Congratulations, everybody.
They had to have all Cecil.
They had to have been, yeah.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah. That's pretty great. Okay.
Still, I'll take it.
Yeah, right.
And that, I think, brings us to the end of all the Invincible versus event news, unless there's other things that I'm forgetting about that you guys want to throw in there before we jump into the main Invincible panel.
Yeah, if we think of anything else, we can talk about it, or I'm sure we'll be talking more about it as time goes on.
Yeah. So beyond the Invincible Versus panel and event, then we had, what was it originally called? Probably the greatest Invincible panel ever, as they were marketing it. And I'm sure at some point, one of us said that we think that the big reveal will be that they finally show off who Thrag is and that they'll come out on stage. And boy, oh boy, was that exciting that we actually got that. So yeah, talk to us more about what was this like? What was the, getting into the actual room? What were some of the highlights from Steven Yeun, Kirkman, everybody that was there?
So Ryan wanted to go to the Overpower, which I wanted to too, but I wanted to make sure that we got into this. I stood in line for this for just under 3 hours. This room, this looks like we're not that close. You should see behind us. I mean, this room was packed.
Highest capacity room at New York Comic Con.
Yeah.
I have never seen a line that was like capped and shut down like an hour before it even happened. Like an hour before the panel started, they were turning people away. There were people walking up to the line in Invincible cosplay, walking away with their head down. Yeah. It was heartbreaking because they showed up an hour early for a panel on an animated show. And
there's some Oliver there. He's like, I painted myself purple. What are you
right? It's funny because like the guy that was running the line, I don't think he knew what Invincible was. Because I went there again, like 3 hours early, and I walked up and I was like, is there a line yet for the Invincible panel? And he goes, no, like that's way far out. He's like, honestly, if you don't have like a reservation, because there were some people that you could get like tickets beforehand. He's like, if you don't have one of those, just come like maybe 25 minutes before the start. And I was like, I ain't got shit else to do. I'm just gonna sit down.
Yeah.
Luckily I did. I saw people start lining up like maybe 10 minutes after that, and I like walked over and got into the line, and sure enough, like
they let in you could buy reservation tickets for a panel. They sell out like instantly. You pay a little extra for them, and I'd say about 25 to 30% of the room, obviously the front half or front third or whatever, are going to be the reservation people. So we're actually not too far, considering like again, we were within the first 6 people to walk in the door that were in the line, and that's where we were seated. It was nuts. It was a nuts line. I can't believe how popular this has become. You know what I mean? They got the blue and yellow. They made a big deal out of it. They had a hype man going around beforehand. It was a big deal. So yeah.
Very cool. And then of course Kirkman was there. Steven Yeun was there. Jillian Jacobs was there. Kind of teasing things. Did they start with the Burger Mart trailer, or was that at the end of it?
I don't remember who the host was. The host brought out Robert Gillian and Steven Yeun and was just talking. It was mostly, no offense, but it's the same questions we've heard a dozen times. They were just kind of shooting the shit and just talking and everything like that, and looking at the crowd and everything. That's Steven Yeun pointing directly at me. No big deal. And then
Ryan, big fan of you
right there.
And your podcast.
But no, they were great. I mean, they're just a ton of fun. They're just goofing off. But then it was like, all right, well, we got to actually show something, right? And then that's when they went into the Burger Mart teaser.
Yeah. And I'll say, since you're showing the picture right now too, we're going to also see pictures of Lee Pace. The fact that Steven Yeun is basically in black and blue, and then Lee Pace is in all white with a red jacket. Yeah. Just my favorite thing ever. Like it's so fantastic.
Yeah.
We'll skip over the Burger Mart thing first. Let's finish the rest of the panel.
So one thing I like, obviously we talked about how like Kirkman introduced him. He came out, and I love that he like one of the first things he said, he was like, wow, you guys really like this thing. And everybody laughed, because it's like, he's new to this, you know what I mean? So he's just coming into this when it's already at its like the top hype that it could possibly be. And to walk into a room like that when like before season 1, the room wasn't a quarter of that room. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So to come into it at this hype and it being fucking Lee Pace and him being so perfect and such an important, prominent character, I can imagine how he felt walking out there of that too, and into that room as well. And one other thing too, and I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but he did an interview too where he was at New York Comic Con, like backstage or wherever he was, where they were talking about just like his experience and how the con and the panel and stuff. And he talked about how, like, we always talk about how some voice actors like J.K. Simmons, he hasn't read the comics. He wants to stay away from it so that he can bring himself into the character himself. Some people do like to read it. Some people don't. But he said that I have read all the comics. So I think that that's kind of a cool point to like, he really knows the character. So I'm really excited to see his own take on a character that he already knows from Kirkman's point of view.
Yeah.
I think in that same interview too, he said that he has never done voice acting before.
Yeah, I saw a clip of that as well.
Wow.
Yeah. And he doesn't normally have a mustache, so he really went all out.
That's true. That's true. I didn't even really think about that.
Yeah, they as we talked about earlier with Mike Barrett's email, the voice, him coming out, like the room blowing up. There were some people all like just seeing people all around us freaking out and everything like that.
Yeah.
Like people far younger than us. Like it was crazy, man. Like
the videos that we saw online of that, where Kirkman was getting everybody be real quiet, and then as soon as the voice starts and you just hear some people in the audience going, oh my god, like they're kind of nervous and like scared of it, or like just excited that they're realizing this big reveal is going to happen. Like
the girl in front of me whispered to her friend,
cool moment.
and guessed Lee Pace before, like, while he was talking.
Nice.
And she was so like stoked that she guessed it.
They were definitely big fans of Lee Pace. They freaked out, them two specifically. So it was very cool.
As we all should be. Lee Pace is great.
So otherwise they brought them out. They talked just a little bit, goofed around, and then like half the panel was just Q&A. And so it was mostly just people that jumped up in line and them just talking with some fans about different things and inspirations and like all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it was cool. It was just great to be in the room with them all and like hear them chat.
Yeah.
But the real meat, I think, was the teaser.
The real meat, the burger meat.
I didn't mean to do that.
We said it earlier before. I think it's definitely my favorite of the Burger Mart teasers so far. They're all great. They're all very funny and like have great references. The back and forth between him and Eve, how sort of animated Eve is teasing him about things, laughing about his fans, all of that stuff is just, it was, I feel like they just get better and better at making these teasers. Like the email we got earlier, it's both like teasing things and giving us small reveals of different stuff. We got, that was really one of the first shots of Thrag that we saw, right? Of of his character model for the show. So the fact they do that while also still like being hilarious and making us laugh is so great.
Go ahead, Bill.
I was going to say, I think that it is the best one by far. And I think the reason why it is the best one is because what came before, with the references and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But man, I was laughing. Like, I thought it was hilarious. I think Steven Yeun really played into like the playfulness of Mark and like just went all in. It was great. It was very funny.
Like some of my favorite voice acting from both of them. Like just like not only the My Fans thing, but like right in the beginning, like when she makes fun of him about Burger Mart and his like, how dare you? Like him just like they're so funny together.
Her having to be like, don't eat that.
Don't eat that.
Constantly.
Oh my God. So like getting into it here, we love that it's the destroyed Burger Mart. We had talked or theorized about that. People had written in like that would be the funny gag, and they did it. Mark's wearing the robot gloves or arm, braces and the leg brace as featured on the cover of, what was it, like something 767 or something like that, fighting Dinosaurus.
Did you really say 67?
Something like that. Oh my God, Bill, that's you.
67. It's not me. I have children.
Riker. It's all Riker.
And Wyatt is in Wyatt. I'm sure he's
to bring it up. It's a choice
Yeah,
to bring
and
it up.
that's why I tried not to bring it up. You know, I just let it slide, Phil, but you had to do it.
But yeah, yelling at him to not eat it, not eat the burger. Her getting to do the monologue about all the different, things.
The fact that we now have the little like chibi version of Mark and of Eve at the laptop typing away and stuff like that is my favorite. I love that.
We get a scene. The script here is.
Yeah, you guys want to read through this?
We don't know what this isn't in the comic.
So it's episode 401, and it's You Gave Me No Choice, which would be, we presume, the title. And it's a scene in space from orbit. We see broken pieces of metal floating, circuit boards, tentacle. There's something similar to this in the comics, and it's been shown online. People have been talking about it, but it was Tech Jacket fighting it. The remains of a large interstellar monster is defeated. A few drops of frozen blood lead you to Mark, who's floating in the middle of the debris. His costume's torn up. He's bleeding nose. It put up a fight. Mark has the metallic casts from his broken leg and arms and still healing from his fight with Conquest. He's not dead, is he? Mark jerks awake, glances around frantically, realizes the fight's not over. He looks down at Earth below. Oh, the fight's over and he won. Sorry.
He won.
He looks down at Earth below and watches it for a beat, tired and taking a moment. There's a tiny flash from a city below. Something explodes. More trouble. Mark's face tightens. He gathers himself and dives into the atmosphere.
This feels like we're going to just pick up right with Mark doing hero stuff. And it's just that he'll have fought like a random metallic alien in space. And that this will then be like, as he's flying into the atmosphere, music cue, get a great song, montage a little bit into like title card is what it sort of feels like to me. But who knows? It could be anything. Which,
correct me if I'm wrong, season 2 started with the montage, right? With him,
with him pulling
saving
the water.
everything. Yeah, the water. Yeah. And then
it opened with Angstrom.
No, it was this.
And then it opened. No, it opened with a different universe, Invincible, and Omni-Man destroying people.
Yeah,
and then with the first you get of our Mark was
of our Mark, and it ended.
But we do get a montage in that first episode, and as well, season 3 in the first episode, we get the montage of training with Cecil. So it would fit that like each season opener get a little montage of like, where's Mark at right now? You know what I mean? What's going through his head?
I also like that it's put an emphasis on space and fighting in space and what's coming from out there, because we know that's going to be a lot of the season.
Yep, for sure.
There he fucking is. There he is.
The perfect hairline is intact, everyone. He's got it all lined up.
A scene with Lee Pace and J.K. Simmons. Yeah. That's gonna be so cool.
I know, just to hear that.
And Jeffrey Dean Morgan.
Yeah.
Here we have the character model, and it says 402 in the upper corner, which implies that he is in episode 2.
Yeah.
I don't know if I
all of this could be fake.
100%.
Oh yeah.
And they know people do this. So if they did it this time, I bet next time, like at some point, they're gonna mess with us, because they're becoming so self-aware of these Burger Mart teasers and like references. I could see them messing with us.
But so far, right? They've all been pretty accurate of like whether it's referencing an episode title. So I feel confident. I feel confident we get that in him in episode 2.
Gillian recording, and then like Mark freaking out about her doing it, and just her giving him crap about like you let Alan and Cecil do this before me. Like I don't know what to do. Well, you do the thing, wrap it up. And cutting away to the title card, asking Eve for help, and then we get our date.
I gotta call out my favorite part though. The part I laughed the most was Eve being like, "Oh, like he was missing all his skin. How do you think that happened?" And him just like looking at her and being like, "You don't fight with your skin, Eve.
You don't fight with your skin."
That was a great line.
He also references the fact that it turns out he was just real lonely or something, and he like
there's
whispers
so much there's so much that like all works as just dialogue between the two of them, but there's so much that is the meta commentary of like him referencing that he finally won a fight type deal,
Yes.
and that's the thing that people complain about. Like it's such a great teaser that laughing through the whole thing.
Yeah. And Gillian Jacobs was like really riling the crowd up to be like, oh, well, Robert, you should be in the next one. He should be talking to you. How about you be in it? Can we get everybody who wants Robert to be in the next Burger Mar teaser?
Nice.
So he was obviously very much against that, saying it would not happen. However, he did.
You think I won't shut this shit down right now?
Yeah. However, he did say that the Burger Mar teasers are a thing. They will continue. They are going to keep happening before every season, and they just keep having more and more fun, becoming more and more self-aware, and just
I love it.
Yep. And so March, that's official now. That wasn't official before this.
Yeah, that's crazy.
All of our guests
change much for us.
All of them are in March.
Because we all said a different.
Right now, it's Schrodinger's prediction. We're all right until we get the actual date. You know what I mean? So
Ryan said the second week
enjoy
of
the
March.
moment.
Ryan said the second week of March. Wyatt and Bill both chose the third week, and I chose the last. Yeah,
it's gonna be the first now.
That's what I said.
Yeah. But yeah, incredible teaser, incredible panel, incredible reveal with Lee Pace, and that was like the big news. Anything else you guys want to shout out about just the New York Comic-Con experience? Other cosplays you saw? Other
flooded with Invincible cosplays. It's
like,
the new Harley Quinn.
No, for real. We got to the point where it was almost a game where it was like, I wonder how long till I see. There's one. Like, crazy.
Wow.
Dude. And you know what? We've got photos. Like, I took as many as we could, but I don't know. I think it was Ottley. Go check out like Ottley's Instagram or whatever.
Yeah, he posted a lot.
He posted a bunch that we didn't even see. Like there was a black and blue suit, like goggle mark, the hooded, like the full.
Oh, cool.
The inverted color one with the blue goggles. Dude, I didn't see that one. Like that would have. We're getting to the point where we're running out of characters that I haven't seen a cosplay for, which is wild to think.
They have like a bunch of stairs, a bunch of escalators, like going to the second floor. And as you're going up, you could just look out at the crowd and just, there's one there, there's one over there, there's one there. You could see them from far away. It was nuts.
Oh, a Cecil. That's great.
Cecil's insane. Right? That's so crazy.
A Battle Beast. That was the first.
That Battle Beast was crazy. That Battle Beast was
5 minutes into New York Comic Con
on day one.
Oh man.
Come on, a kid Omni Man. Like
crazy.
Lucan.
Come
on. The
casual Invincible. One?
Yeah.
The stripes on the sweater.
That's a good sweater.
Did you ask him where he got that sweater? Because I looked for it. I was trying to find that sweater.
We should have.
We need to find that man and ask him where he got his sweater. I bet it's custom. He probably just drew it on there.
Pretty great. Sinister Mark.
Awesome.
So good.
Mark Cape Invincible, whatever. This Adam Eve.
Cool.
She was actually I saw that in the panel. I saw her
you can see the
She was actually a like a celebrity cosplayer.
She has the earrings and everything.
Yeah. Cool. Oh yeah.
Shapesmith,
man.
Come on, right?
That's crazy. Is that 2 different Rexplodes?
Yes.
As well?
2 Rexes.
There were a lot of Rexplodes. A lot. I got a bunch on my phone. I got a bunch of them.
Conquest.
Oh, cool.
Great Thula.
Yeah.
And this Alan. I mean, come on.
Alan is crazy. So I saw it was on my TikTok algorithm, and it was someone going around being like, "Who are you cosplaying as? Who are you?" And it was just a bunch of different people, and then it was this Alan, so he must have been at New York City Comic Con, and he was doing a Seth Rogen impersonation. Like, I don't know if you guys heard him talk, but he was trying to sound like Seth Rogen, and it was awesome. It was very cool.
Saw him on a mission marching towards Ottley's table. Like, this thing was not easy to be in. It was packed there. He was like, I just got to get to Ottley. He had like a handler, a friend helping him out, like leading the way, clearing the path. And this guy could barely see or hear or anything. So we kind of saw him in a rough spot. However, we did get to see Ottley see him, which was a cool moment.
I got a video of Ottley reacting to him, and like he's looking at, giving us signs.
And Bill, sometimes celebrities, they like to cosplay so they don't get swarmed. Maybe it really was Seth Rogen,
It could have been.
He wanted to walk the floor, but didn't want people swarming him,
Yeah. So the cosplay, again, continues to be ridiculous. Seeing like an Ursula in San Diego Comic-Con last year, like we've reached the point where it's just anyone. It's fair game. We could see a cosplay of literally anyone at this point, and I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. I will always be impressed, though.
I was about to say, like, we'll see Debbie next, but we've seen that already.
Like, we have seen Debbie.
I remember seeing Debbie.
No, I think I saw Debbie at this one. I don't remember.
I think so too.
Yeah. Crazy.
And
then the last couple things here. The Invincible keepsakes we did an interview and unboxing a bunch of packs, cracking a bunch of packs of the Invincible trading card game from Keepsake. They had a huge booth, all decked out in Invincible, a little photo booth section in there.
All decked out.
Decked
out.
Cards. Hey, wish I did that on purpose.
Yep.
So that was really cool, and they were always busy. That was great. And of course, the Overpower panel was awesome. They announced Adam Kubert is doing some of the artwork for
some of these are crazy.
I only included a couple here.
That is sick.
But like Adam Kubert, one of the guys that did the art on the Marvel trading cards that got me into superheroes as a kid in the 90s.
This looks like an alternate reality where Invincible came out in the 90s. Like the comic book was coming out in the 90s. You know what I mean? Like,
yes.
It looks like a Spawn or like a Youngblood or all of that stuff.
I don't know. Maybe you, Wyatt, will recognize what Marvel panel this is inspired by.
It does look very familiar.
They talked about it,
but
I'm pretty sure they were kind of referring to or using the inspiration of the Wolverine after the adamantium gets ripped out of his claws.
Oh, I could see
or
that.
ripped out of his body.
Yeah.
Was it Adam Kubert that did X-Men, or was it his brother Andy Kubert?
They both did.
Both did?
Okay. Yeah. And then this Rexplode I thought was also really great.
It is very good.
Oh wow, that's great.
But yeah, so looking forward to more of the cards. Like TJ had mentioned, we got the starter decks, which came with a bunch of good stuff. Rick Grimes, it's Walking Dead versus Invincible. So yeah, there's a bunch of these as well that
cool.
TJ and I will probably be doing something soon with these and
making some content.
Looking forward to playing more. But yeah.
So cool.
Yeah.
And that was New York Comic-Con. Crazy time for Invincible. All the awesome news. Anything else before we wrap up?
Loved that print.
Cool.
The Conquest. The Halloween trick-or-treating print.
And yeah, that makes a lot more sense now, talking about how like those aren't the actual characters. Those are just people dressed up in them, especially after seeing all of those cosplays of people just dressing up as all those characters. So crazy.
Yep.
Well, thank you, Ryan and TJ, for being our boots on the ground at New York, bringing back all the cool news and making us freak out with text messages while you were there about beating the guy from Holes. And now he was dressed as Rexplode.
That's right.
So cool. Oftentimes on our podcast, we'll also wrap up with like an issue spotlight where we look back. This has been a jam-packed episode already. We have so much Invincible news to talk about. We're putting kind of a pause on the issue spotlight for now. We'll be bringing that back up as we have more kind of calmer times where we have a little more time in our episodes, because we also have an issue of Battle Beast that we need to talk about and break down anyway. So you can think of that as our issue spotlight that we'll be doing.
It's like the biggest issue so far, and I can't believe that we're like we'll get to it.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Nothing too crazy that happened near the end of that issue. Nothing that crazy. We'll be talking all about that issue very, very soon. So it may be up on our channel already, or it will be coming very soon. Until then, you can follow us, of course, on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube. You can email us at theinvinciblepodcast@gmail.com. And until next time, we'll see you later.
Goodbye.
Bye. Bye. I never even read capes before.
Were you not on those episodes?
I must have not been, because I don't.
I mean, it was one trade paperback a long time ago.
I probably was. I probably was. Yeah.
On today's episode, we're going to be talking all about Capes Incorporated. This is what Robert Kirkman referred to as his first completed series. Joining me, as always, is TJ.
Hello.
Bill.
Oh, it's Bill.
And I'm Ryan.
Yeah.
How are you guys doing? What?
Yeah. What kind of grown man tickles another man? A very confident grown man. That is